Draft insider Todd McShay joining us at the Ford Explorer touchscreen. And give us an idea. We've talked about players. I want to know about teams.
Right.
Who's in the best shape entering this draft?
Well, I think you start when you look at, obviously, we know coming off the top of the board, we have Andrew Luck, one. Number two, Robert Griffin. Then there's a debate at number three whether they're going to go with Matt Khalil or Morris Claiborne. But it really doesn't matter. I think one of the four teams, if you look at it, that's in the best shape is the Cleveland Browns. Because it really, if they go Khalil or Claiborne, that's great. They're going to go, we think, with the running back, a top need instead of going quarterback, try to get better around the quarterback position. So you start off with Trent Richardson. Then you have pick number 22. Now, a lot of people are saying it could be Brandon Weeden at this spot. I'm not sure. If they're not going to take Tannehill at 4, then why take Weeden at 22? I think you continue to try to get better around the quarterback position. Right tackle is a major need for them, as you saw there. To me, when you go down the list, at this point, Cordy Glenn from Georgia will be on the board. They address that right tackle need, and then early in the second round, you're able to get a wide receiver and get at that playmaker for Colt McCoy. We're going to see Justin Blackmon from Oklahoma State, Notre Dame's Michael Floyd, Georgia Tech, Stevens Hill, and probably Baylor's Kendall Wright all off the board. But Ruben Randall from LSU would be a great fit. So first three picks, you've got Richardson, an offensive tackle in Glenn, and Randall. So that's one of the teams. I think another team you look at that to me is in really good shape, when you look at number 6, the St. Louis Rams. They're sitting there, and there's a lot of talk what could go on ahead of them. I think ultimately Justin Blackmon falls to them. This is a big need for them at the wide receiver position when you look at their needs. They made that trade, so they already have a first-round pick, remember, next year and the following year, additional from moving back from 2 to 6. And now they've already addressed this wide receiver need. So what are the other needs? You look at cornerbacks, a possibility, defensive tackle, outside linebacker, running back, offensive tackle. They can go in a bunch of different directions. You get to the second round, they have 2 picks early on, right away at 33. I think, you start to look at the offensive tackle position, very easily Jonathan Martin could fall to that spot. Now you've got another bookend offensive tackle for Sam Bradford, and then I think you try to get a running back a little bit later at 39 or a defensive tackle. Either position, you're gonna wind up being very happy. So I think the third and final team that you really look at, the New England Patriots, of course. They have 4 picks in the first 2 rounds, and they can go in a bunch of different directions. They're probably going to wind up trading, one of these picks.
Surprise, surprise.
Exactly. But ultimately, when you do look at their needs, they can get a running back, but I think most of their needs are on the defensive side. End, outside linebacker, safety, cornerback, and then offensive guard, I think, could be as well. So at 27, I think you go Shea McClellan would be the first of 4 picks that are going to be very good picks, I think, if they decide to stay home. I'd love for once to see them stay home, because they could wind up with an outside linebacker here, a safety at 31, and then the 2 picks in the second round, a guard like Jeff Allen, and maybe throw in a cornerback to provide depth and start to develop.
Odds that they stay there at 27?
5%.
5%.
46 times they've traded. 46 times they've traded going back to 2000 under Belichick. 13 times up, 15 times back, and 18 times with player or future pick.
It's never dull with the Patriots.
No.
Never dull with Todd McShay here, especially on the touchscreen big board here with us this morning on SportsCenter.